Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. And this is my first confessional. Yes, I am not a practitioner of faith. It's been a rocky road on that front. Why? Oh, that's a long, drawn-out story, and not the reason I am here tonight. You still want to know? Very well. I'll tell you, and then I will confess to my sins. I grew up with a harsh, neglectful mother. Never knew my father. My mother practiced faith. It wasn't anything structured, but her beliefs clouded her eyes. She was hateful, rude, and spoke with such vitriol towards me time after time. She damned my presence, my very existence, regretted my birth, never behaved like a mother should. And throughout it all, her faith remained true. She shielded herself in her beliefs, the religiosity, and never wanted to be more of a mother to me. I became angry, not only at her, but at what she believed, because it was the fuel in her mistreatment towards me. Now that I'm older, I understand that not everyone is my mother, that she chose to pervert her faith and be a terrible person. However, I'm still wounded and not in a place to practice any sort of beliefs. I'm not yet strong enough. And yet I find myself here. I didn't come here because it was a religious place. I came here because I had nowhere else to go. No one else to tell, and it's skinning me from the inside out. My sin is lust. Just thoughts, no actions. But the lust is overwhelming. Who am I lusting after? A woman I can't have. Why can't I have her? Because she already has someone else. A husband. Is it just lust? I have no idea, Father. I am so caught up in my lust that I haven't had a second to figure out if there is more. I just know my heart burns for her. Burns me so good. It began as innocent. She was someone I found attractive. We worked together. My eyes stayed respectful. I admired her beauty, but never anything more. I found it too daunting at the start to venture down that path. My mind wasn't quite ready for the turmoil. You see, Father, when I find something I want, my mind grips it with such tightness and finality. So much so that I must obsess over what I want for a time. Now, that time may be short. It may be long. It may be tumultuous. Or even it could be peaceful. There is no peace in my mind at this moment. There is nothing but anguish, longing, and lust. Such lust that it bypasses my very reason. I have seen the man blessed to be her husband. Oh, he does not deserve the hand that he holds, the looks they share, or the very woman that hangs off of his arm. How do I know? Father, because I've seen the way he looks at her. It is dull, diluted, bored. No sparks in the eyes of the man who's been married for a mere year. He should be consumed in her inferno, fanning the flames of her everlasting fire. Such a scorching heat that I have fallen victim to. I tell you, when I saw the ring on her finger, it practically scalded me. It caused these evil shivers to run down my spine, knowing that my morals would never allow me to do what I want to do. Oh, but it gets worse. Father, I wouldn't be this far into this affair if it was unrequited. She wants me. She yearns for me, Father, for my touch, my caresses. I bet she dreams about me. I bet she lays down for him and wishes that it was me instead. Fantasizing on what I would do to her if the circumstances were just a little different. I bet, oh, goodness. I bet. She pushes me away because of her morals. Not because of her lack of want. I don't push beyond what I should, despite my body shrieking for it. She drove me home one day. She drove. Sexily. Seat reclined, a single hand on the wheel. In complete control of the car. Relaxed. Tranquil. It was in the way she looked at me. These beautiful green eyes, roaming me, searching, scanning. She looked inside of me. Her want was so palpable. I could have reached out and made her mine if I wanted to. She would have wanted it too. Leaned back obediently and let me take her. I would have destroyed her, touched her in ways that she couldn't fathom. I'd ruin her for any other lover she may have, a constant reminder of my influence on her life, I as the person who became her reckoning. I can't, though. I'm not willing to cross that line. She's too loyal to ever betray her husband. Not that I'm saying it's a bad thing. It's good. I just want to be bad. Selfish. I want to take something just for the fuck of it. Just to have it feel good. But I can't bring myself to engage in such an act of selfishness. So the two of us, we settle for this lukewarm friendship, filled with the electric blasts of attraction, the small moments that reveal so much more between us, stolen glances and touches that want to be so much more. I can only control myself when it comes to the much more physical acts. But the wordplay we share, my silver tongue and greediness when it comes to the claim I want to set on her, makes the fire sizzle even hotter. Father, I know. To say I am being unfair and ungrateful is an understatement. But you have to understand my morals have been stretched to their very limits when it comes to her. I would never allow myself to make that final leap, to jump into the realm of unfaithfulness and betrayal. But my mind justifies the actions far too often. How very easy it is for me to slip into that mindset. To know how good it feels just to imagine myself being with her. To want it so badly that it makes me sick. Father, those are my sins I confess. Now, what should I do? Quit my job. I need my job. But I'm fighting. Yes, I'm fighting, but isn't that good? Doesn't it mean I have the urge to do the right thing? To be a good person? Isn't that something worth commending? Don't I get something for not doing what I've wanted to do for so long? I'm tired, though. Yes, Father, I'm tired. You're right. Tired of fighting this battle against myself and against her. I know it so stridently that I would never forgive myself if I were to slip up. Despite the pure envy I feel for her husband, it's not right. I have to quit. I have to. Thank you, Father, for hearing me out. But I will warn you, despite knowing what I have to do, now that I have this path in front of me, I may not have the strength to walk it. I may do something I am not supposed to do, especially now that I know what I should do. My urges at times are too strong for my mind to be able to stop them, especially when I've been fighting for so long. I'm so weak, and it almost doesn't feel worth it not to rejoice in the fruits of my own labor. I shouldn't, but I may. I might, and I will enjoy it. I would. I know it. And I know you'll be here for me regardless of that fact. So I am sorry to say that I may have to see you again soon. That I wasn't strong enough to do what I should do. So thank you, Father. And peace be with you.